I got a crazy story. This is a shark attack survivor that happened in Sydney. So 250 miles south of Sydney, this little fishing town outside of Eden is called, the little fishing town. Great white shark attack. Absolutely crazy. This dude survived. I don't know how. Did you guys hear about the recent one where the shark attack bit the guy's head off?
No, but that's why I don't swim in the ocean.
Yeah. I won't even go wade in the ocean. Like 3 feet's the most I'll go in the
Beach is too close for me.
Think of that. That is like one thing that you can 100% avoid in your life is getting eaten by a shark.
I guess you could say the same thing about mountain lions, but
bears just don't go in the mountains.
Well, you have a gun. You can't have anything in
the spear.
Here, you can. You can fight off a shark, apparently. Check this
punch
story.
its nose.
So this guy named Eric Nearis, 41 years old, he's a shell fisherman where they do like deep diving down into the bottom of the abyss, pitch black ocean to look for these little seashell, or what are they called? Shellfish.
They don't bring protection when they dive that deep?
Oh, they always have protection. So this guy, so how you harvest them is you have this little chisel knife. So it's not a pointed knife, it's a scuba knife, so it doesn't have a point on it, but you kind of wedge it underneath the shellfish and crack it off the bottom of the ocean. And that's how they harvest them. But to get to these places, they're super down in the depth, and you can't see anything. You can't even see your hand. It's so dark down there. So this guy's 25 feet down beneath the surface, and he gets attacked by a great white shark. Head first, he tries to eat this guy. So this guy's inside the shark's mouth while he's just scuba diving, getting these little things, gets attacked, and he's from the waist up inside a great white shark.
How to not just chomp him in half?
So he has the only thing that's pretty much saved this guy's life. Well, 2 things, but one thing that prevented him from getting chomped in half was the lead scuba gear, or the vest, the lead buoyancy vest that these scuba divers wear. So he had that. It was a full kind of like a mesh Kevlar lead vest that stopped the shark's teeth from chomping him in half. So he's sitting there. Could you imagine? So he was in there for 2 minutes, he said. I mean, I'm sure it was like 20 seconds or 10 seconds, but it probably felt like an eternity.
Felt like 2 minutes.
From his report says he was in there for 2 minutes inside a great white shark's mouth. I can't even imagine how that would feel. First of all, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, what are your hands touching when they're in there?
So one of his arms was inside the shark's mouth along with his whole body.
I bet it smelled so bad.
Yeah, but you can't smell it underwater.
He's scuba diving.
Oh, it's true.
Scuba gear on.
He's like licking.
That tastes weird.
I was thinking of a hippo attack, and he just said that, so it just smelled like
honestly, that would be like, imagine licking this. Just see what it tastes like. Yeah,
what's seafood?
Once in a lifetime chance.
No one in the history of history has ever licked the inside of a great white shark.
Imagine that bar story. Have you ever licked the inside of a shark?
Like, you're the only person on the planet that's done that. So this guy's inside the great white shark's mouth. He has so in his one hand he has his chisel, like his knife, scuba knife. So it doesn't have a point, but it's sharp enough to still be a knife. So he never let go of that the entire time. And his other hand is nothing. So he's inside the shark's mouth, and his arm's outside of the shark.
With the chisel or the chisel inside?
So I'm pretty sure the one inside, maybe both of his arms were out. But what he did to so he's panicking, with his free hand, he started filling up the side. Thinking it's like inside the shark's mouth, your hand's outside the mouth. He's filling for the eye of the shark while he's inside the mouth. And he starts poking it with his fingers. He's just trying to gouge this eye out.
Jeez.
And so
I wonder how hard that is. I wonder if it's like mushy or if there's like a marble.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
It's probably like
they have like a
eye.
little lens in front of it to protect it from the ocean.
Every time you go to poke it, he's like, got me. No, missed.
Because if it's mushy, wouldn't it just go straight in?
I don't know.
Like, wham.
It's a great white shark.
You Google it.
I don't think, but I mean, maybe because he was poking it and it loosened his grip a little bit. So he said when the shark opened his mouth a little bit, he was able to wiggle out, but the shark was still trying to bite him. So at this point, he had him by the side and the shoulder, but his head was out. But his hand with the knife was free. And so when he started stabbing the eye of the shark with the other knife, with his other hand, with his knife, he was just like stabbing.
Can you get much like pressure underwater stabbing? Is it like?
I mean, you're probably not gonna have as much
force. What's the shark doing all this? Just kind of sitting there?
He's trying to eat this guy. Is he like? Oh no, he's
throwing
trying to
him around.
He's trying to eat this guy. So obviously, like, he's in his mouth, so he's probably just swimming forward trying to finish his prey. Experts say he thought it was a seal. feel like
Yeah.
that's the
As
cop
always.
out.
Yeah. He was a seal. Don't
It's not
worry.
the
If you don't
shark's
look like a
fault.
seal, you'll never get eaten. Yeah, right.
Everything-
Tell that to everyone else that's gotten eaten.
Everything in the ocean looked like a seal to these sharks. So he stabs the shark in the eye. The shark lets him go finally. He starts surfacing. He was at 25 feet. Starts surfacing this pool of his own blood, and the shark probably has some blood from his eyeball and stuff. So he gets to the top of the water, and the shark's following him the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Circling him super close. So he's like brushing up against him. The shark's trying to figure out, okay, how do I eat this thing? Like, what is this thing? It's attacking me, but I still want to eat it. So he says he got to the top of the water. They're on the surface next to the boat. His son's in the boat watching this happen. He's like, holy crap, my dad's getting eaten by a shark. And so he says he gets to the top of the water, and the great white keeps circling him over and over and over. And he was so close that he said he could see the 10-inch eyeball just circling him, watching
That's
him.
how big their eyes are?
He said 10 inches.
I was imagining like a human eye you're poking.
No,
They're
these
probably
things
like,
are-
what,
well,
2 inches?
It was
they're
a
probably
giant.
big.
It was a
It
10.
is?
They're huge
That's
fish.
true.
They're mad. Have you seen a great white
Jeez.
shark? So it's a 10
10-inch eye?
10-foot
Like a
great
bowling
white
ball.
shark. Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder his finger wasn't going all the way in.
Yeah, you're probably just, so he said he had this moment where he looked at the shark that was circling him and his big black disc of an eye just circling him. He said there was zero fear of the boat or of him. It was just nothingness in the shark's eye.
Just a
he said that was
predator.
super unique, like weird to see, like just nothing. It was just
It's
like
a machine.
it was a machine.
Yeah.
Swimming in the water that can kill anything
Yeah,
it wants.
it's one purpose in life is to kill.
and
Eat.
kill.
Yeah.
Like, that is its existence.
Survive.
So they were able to. His son was able to pull him out of the water. They rushed him to the hospital. They had a life flight, or no, they were able to drive into town, and he had a ton of surgeries. Ended up making a full recovery. But could you imagine
Dang.
getting attacked by a great white shark and living to tell?
Yeah, imagine that story.
Head first, not even attacked, like in the mouth.
And then his grandkids are like, Dad, Grandpa, why do you limp? Let me tell you.
Yeah, you get your man card for that.
Yeah, he gets a man card.
This video is brought to you by Dude Deals. We created a software for guys to make sure you never have to pay full price for anything ever again in your life. It's a really cool software that sweeps the internet for deals and sales. Imagine if you never paid full price ever again in your life, how much money you would save. Go ahead, click the links down below, check it out. We're here to help dudes be dudes and helping dudes save money. Click the link down below, check it out.